and you got to start at the top with Drake Jackson. And we're going to allow the head coach himself to give a lengthy answer to why Drake Jackson, who had such a promising start, was like third in the NFL and tipped passes through like the midway point of the season and was just a pass rushing specialist, all those things. He was a healthy scratch down the end of the year. Why? Let's listen to Kyle Shanahan.
I think we can get. I mean, I think Drake showed a lot this year on what he can be, but he needs to get to what he can be. I thought he was closer to that earlier in the year. It was a long season, and I think he learned as the year goes. If you lose any power in this league, it gets a lot harder. And we had a decent group of rushers, and I think as the year went out and just got towards the end, it got too long for him. It just body wasn't quite ready for it, what we needed. And if we had an injury or something, we were definitely going to get him up. But we felt towards the end of the year better with other guys. And still, he's the exact same talent that we drafted. We really enjoyed the person. But like I said to a lot of our guys in our meeting yesterday, that people don't get what anyone means by how long an NFL season is. And all the college players here are coming in. Is this what I hear? Is this what I hear? When's the rookie wall? And it's the same stuff for veterans who haven't had to mentally strain the pressure of what you're trying to do when you're trying to do something more than just play your games and get to the playoffs. And I think our whole team felt that this year. And so everyone's exhausted. And that's what I want people to know going away. Yeah, I'm going to get away because I need to recover, but everything in these next 6 months is dedicated to how I can make it through that. And making it through that isn't totally natural. You can't just show up and do that stuff. And it goes for rookies more than anything. But it goes to coaches. It goes to all your players, how you sleep right, how you eat right, how you live your life, how you get all stuff in order. So you're planned for that 6th to 7th month challenge that you're going on. And I think a lot of our guys got to see that, which I think is good for them. And they all say the right things when they leave. And then we'll see how they handle it when they come back. But when you ask about Drake, he's got the ability to really help us. So we're counting on him to do the right things to maximize his ability.
That's a long answer, but I don't know if you're needing some motivation in your life. That's what you need to do. You gotta put the work in to get to where you want to go. Whether you're Drake Jackson, John Chapman with the podcast, or whomever, you've got to. It's funny because back whenever I was a teacher, right? I taught junior, seniors, whatever else. And the common thing was like, oh, once I get to college, then I'll try. And you hear it from athletes and stuff like, oh, we'll see. I'm gonna make it to the NFL or whatever, and I'll work hard once I get on a college team. And I'm just like, man, that's not how it works. That's not life. And a lot of these issues for football players, right? Now let's transition those concepts to Drake Jackson. Going through that draft process ruins your football work, but you have to do it to land the job. And it's counterproductive. And we saw it with Trey Lance, talking about how, he was throwing the ball for 20 months consecutively and it just caused issues. Like, that's a problem. So now, Drake Jackson, now all these other players, Burford, Womack, Kalia Davis, Zakil, all these guys, they just get to focus on their craft. Who are they going to be? What type of offseason are they going to have? Are they going to put in the time? Those are the important questions. And I really, really hope, because Drake Jackson was a steal, I think 52 or 53 where they got him. He was a steal, and he's shown you on tape how good he can be. Consistency is the truest measure of greatness. Flashes and talent, that's great. You get into week 17, week 18, I just talk. That's all I do. I don't know if you know how tired I was of that playoff run. I loved every second of it, but the traveling and the talking and the sponsors and the emails and the DMs, I was exhausted. I took one day off where I did not like talk about the podcast, travel, or whatever from July all the way to what was it, like January something. Like, I was tired. These guys are actually doing things with their body. It's not even close to comparable, even though I'm comparing them. But I really am excited for Drake Jackson. And I think that he has the opportunity to start opposite of Bosa. I do. And I think that somebody would have to take that job from him. And so going from a healthy scratch in the playoffs to starting, we'll see. Because the guys that were starting in front of him, Omenihu, he's a free agent. Samson Ebukam was starting, free agent. Omenihu, free agent. Jordan Willis, free agent. Kerry Hyder, free agent. All those guys, free agents. Right now, Drake Jackson is penciled in as a starter. Now they're going to add more players. That's up to him to take it.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.